Third try at creating the stream today. Isn't that crazy? Um, I don't know why I couldn't create the previous streams, but it couldn't. Hey, everybody, go to denverguitarorchestra.com, and that's where I post all of the sheet music and tablature. Whole program is sitting right there waiting for you just to do it. When you're all done, you will be a perfectly lovely guitarist. Make sure the links are working here. Link. All right. First person in. Drum roll. They always tell me, I ask everybody, hey, how's the sound? If the sound is good, then we're in good shape. But sometimes the sound is a mess, and so we have to kill the stream. So I always like for somebody when they're logging in to say, "Yep, sound is good." So if you are listening to the sound of my voice and you can hear it, and it says, "Yep, the sound is good," I would appreciate that. Somebody tell me that the stream is working. Hey, Nancy. Nancy's here. Nancy, I'm going to leave you in charge. I have to run really fast. See, man, about a horse. I'll be right back. You're in charge, Nancy. Will you let everybody know I'll be right back? All right, I'm back. Sorry. Phew. Hey, Vic. Let's see who else is here. Nancy. Gary will be here in a minute. Aren't we getting fabulous music from Gary? Oh, you are. I'm here. Hey, everybody. Sorry. I've been trying to end every class early today, and I haven't been able to. And so I just ended up. I figured, the guitar people, they'll understand. They're cool. Welcome to Friday. It's been a long week. I think every last one of you guys have had almost perfect attendance, and I'm tired. You're tired. But we have really beautiful music, as Vic mentioned. Um, uh, I think this is absolutely fabulous music that we're playing. So let's do this. Let's play through the music, and let's not have Gary talk through the whole day, and then let's move on to our weekend. I have to sneeze, and it's stuck here, and it's going to happen at the worst possible time. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Is it going to happen? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Let's play Three Blind Mice. Two different ways. First way is playing with the chords. I want to play a fancy one. Okay. Give me twice through. First time, whatever. Probably this way the first time. Second time, flex. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three blind mice. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all went after the farmer's wife. She cut off their tails with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a sight in your life as three blind mice? Change the flex. Three blind mice. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all went after the farmer's wife. She cut off their tails with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a sight? Life has three blind mice. Okay, just messing around with the right hand. Be really aware that this is where the music comes from. This tells you what kind of music you're going to make, but this tells you the nature and beauty of your music. Elizabeth has had a particularly long week. I think my week was long. Her week was extra long. So I'm glad you guys, I'm glad we all come stumbling in on Friday. Just give me some guitar music. Let's play the melody. Play the melody is soft and it's beautiful. There's a little bit of chaos going on with the mice and the wife. They're not getting along so great, but we're gonna bring all of our guitar beauty to this moment and try to fix it for them. Okay, so everybody, nice and slow, pretty, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're new to this style of play and new to learning tablature and that sort of stuff, now's the time you kind of ask yourself these questions. Hey, do I know what an A chord looks like without looking it up? Do I know? I don't know. Do I know a D chord? Do I know my E chord? And do I know my G chord? I need to know those 4 chords good and solid in order to feel comfy leaving book 1 and moving into book 2. So if those 4 chords are in your repertoire, you're done with level 1. If you're plucking all of the melodies, if you could go through here and read Frere Jacques is in here 2 different ways, Farmer in the Dell, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and Three Blind Mice. If those 5 songs, if you could sit down and play through them, you're no longer level 1, right? You're ready to move on to level 2. If you know what you're supposed to do holding the guitar, don't necessarily have to do it, but you do have to know what I have taught you. Okay, this flea is just rattling around right in my face. I'm like remember Mike Pence's fly? I have a flea. what I need you to do um, is hold the guitar against your body. Have this at somewhere between a 45 and 60-degree angle. Your thumb never ever shows up. I never see your thumb, I never have, because that way you make sure that your fingers are nice and round on the fretboard. If you know you're supposed to do that, that's all I care about. Whether you're doing it or not is a different issue, but that's what I want you to do. And then the last thing from level 1, do you know the phrase that pays? Pause for effect. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. E-A-D-G-E-E. And if you know how to tune your guitar and make that happen, you are done with level 1. Okay, so guitar is all relatively tuned to itself. And so we're trying to get you, so now you're ready for level 2. I do not care if you can play tough acts at level 1. But these level 1 songs, the tough acts, is extraordinarily tough because you only have one chord. And so you end up doing all these gymnastics around the melody with that one chord. Eddie, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. Yes. That's honestly, if everything about teaching on YouTube, that's, some good, some bad, some of this, some of that. The worst thing is that when I say, and the phrase that pays is, and in my face-to-face class, everybody says, Eddie, hey, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. I miss that. There's one thing I miss from the before time. Now, let's move on to level 2. Okay. And by the way, these levels I made up, right? They're not real, but they really do give you a sense of, hey, I'm trying to gauge myself in terms of the toolbox that I'm going to need to be a lifelong guitar player. And I don't really care whether you're level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. I care that the foundational skills that happen in level 1 and level 2 are such that they're so solid that when you go to levels 3 and 4, you just pull that along with you. The songs in a level 3 are fully complex. There's nothing I dumbed down about level 3. I didn't dumb down any of these, to be perfectly honest. But at level 2, the songs only have 2 chords in them, for the most part. A couple of them have 3, but for the most part, it's 2-chord songs. And, that's where we dig into learning tough acts. Level 3, the songs are just old. That's the only difference between level 3 and level 4. Level 4, the songs are modern, and this level 3, they are older songs. And older songs have a tendency to be a tiny bit easier to play than the new songs. So that's what level 1 and level 2 is where I really want to put my energy in. And once you get those things in place, guys, you're playing the rest of your life quite happily. Arlo's been playing for 60 years, and or more. No, can't possibly. He's only 29. I don't know how he says he's always been playing for 60 years, because that's not possible. The math doesn't work out, Arlo. Yeah, and I think once you get through level 2, then you're feeling you're sort of locked in and ready to play the rest of your life quite effectively. Next song, we're going to play Alouette, level 2. All week we've talked about D chord. And it goes to A chord. Okay. I love this tune, by the way. Okay, give me a cool right hand pattern. You pick it. This one, or this one, or this one, or this one. Okay, whatever. Mix it up if you can. We'll play it through twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alouette, chantez Alouette. Alouette, chante plumerai, chante plumerai la tête, chante plumerai la tête, et la tête, et la tête. Alouette, Alouette, oh, Alouette, chante Alouette, Alouette, chante plumerai. One more time. Alouette, chante plumerai. I blew the turnaround from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alouette, chante Alouette, Alouette, chante plumerai, chante plumerai la tête, chante plumerai la tête, et la tête, et tut tut. Alouette, alouette, oh. Go. Alouette, jaune alouette, alouette, jaune blue rain. Fun song. Let's play the melody from the top. Start with your 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for a second and then go. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so again, if you're coming out of level 1 and you're thinking, not sure where the best amount of time I should be spending, the most important thing that you do, take book 2 and go through every single melody and just play them and play them and play them and play them and play them until you're reading tablature in your sleep. Like, yeah, I can do this without really any significant challenges. Lots and lots and lots of guitar players go through their entire career and never are able to read tablature because they just don't put the time in on it. And it's fine, they still manage to eke out a lovely living. But the minute you can get melody out of this, you can stop singing. And the minute you can stop singing, you don't, not that you have to stop singing, but if you can play this without singing, now you have the complete package. You are double trouble if you can sing and get the melody out of a guitar. But if you can only do one thing and you can't sing, you got to get the melody out of this. And so it's super important to work on that. Let's play the tough acts. You want to play? Let's play it twice. Let's play it 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Again. if you didn't know that was a kid song, you'd think that was a real song. That's a nice piece of music. And it's not, I don't even know necessarily if it's a kid song. I mean, kids play it and kids know it, or used to. They don't know any of that anymore. They only do Disney songs now in elementary school. They sing Disney tunes, and that's the music education they get these days. And uh, so they may not know that. You could turn that into a guitar piece for you. One of my friends, Gordon, has a 6 minute version of Three Blind Mice. And it's of Three Blind Mice, and it is the most ridiculous thing you ever heard. It just goes into every kid song you ever heard will be tossed into this thing. It's just this jazz jumble of awesome. And so there you go. Hey, let's play America the Beautiful. Right? That's what we're playing. Let me get my sheet music out. So America the Beautiful started off as a level 4 song, and then I decided since it's public domain, I just moved it into the level 3. So that gives you a sense of, hey, if I am playing this song and it's going okay, I'm really a level 4 player. You know, Gary just moved it down because it's public domain. He doesn't have to worry about copyright police coming to beat him up. And so this song, my initial thought was, hey, it's a pretty challenging song. Let's move it up there. And the nice part about it is once you get all the pieces and parts of this together, you have a really beautiful piece of music, really laid out well on the guitar. I'm very proud of how it's almost it's not seamless in its playability. There are a few moments where you're like, oh gosh, that's kind of hard. Measure 7 in particular I find to be quite challenging, and measure 11 I think is quite challenging. But outside of that, this is a pretty playable piece. And so if you study those places that are kind of a hiccup in terms of the smoothness and beauty of it, you've got a nice piece of music here. So let's run through the chords, make sure that that's going okay for you. So those of you guys who like to sing, okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. I always want to change chords there. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. One more time. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Okay. Funny, this is a perfect song that I think is exactly what I tell people not to do. It's so easy to fall asleep on these chords, G chord, whatever, D chord, got it, A minor, not too bad, D7, rolling along. All of a sudden that E7 jumps in there, the measure 7. You're like, wait, what's that doing there? And then you turn the page and you got A minor, D7, A minor, D7, G, G7, C, and you're like, what? So it's easy to fall asleep when you're a chord player, and then all of a sudden you're in a pickle. And so, as I've talked about lots, just make sure when you're strumming that if you've got some complicated chord structures coming up, you may do less strumming and just being ready with your chord on it when you get to beat one of the next chord, whatever that chord happens to be. That's the important time to be in place for chording. And so a lot of times I will stop strumming one or two strums before I have to in order to get my next chord on. Um, is a valuable technique, I think. All right, let's play the melody. Just the melody again. Level 1, guys. Level 2. This is for you. This is exactly a way to play the guitar that's absolutely beautiful without necessarily being able to do everything quite yet. From the top, 1, 2, 3. 3. 2, 3. Sorry. What am I doing? 2, 3. Do it again. 3. Okay. Tough, tough uke, tough X, chord melody. From the top, start with your G chord. We'll go a little bit slower than we've been playing. 1, 2, 3. What is going on at measure 7? So I'm on 3, 4, 4. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. Oh, I've got that marked wrong. That's the problem. I'm like, what in the heck did I do? All right, so apologize for measure 11. Don't listen to measure 7. Don't listen to my way I play measure 7. It's terrible. All right, so hopefully that song's a fun one to practice this weekend. Keep you out of trouble. And then finally, by the last time I finally got, yeah, that's what we want to hear, right? I got worse and worse, I think, and Pauline got better and better. So that's what's exciting. I do think when we talk about victory, right? Give yourself lots of celebrations. You know, hey man, I played that measure that I've been fighting pretty well, or I played the whole piece and I didn't cry, or I managed to make the repeat and I was able to get right back in, or I blew it at one measure and I got back in at two, 3 measures later. Like, celebrate your accomplishments, because all that stuff is hard. Like today, so measure 7 was not going to happen. What are you going to do, right? All right, we got just enough time to play Moon River one time through. We played it all last night. I'm sick of Moon River. Can you be sick of Moon River? I think you can. So we'll grab your Moon River. Let's play it, and then let's call it a week. What do you guys say? I don't know what else to say about Moon River. Let's see. Nancy, when we do chords, I miss the G7 on the 12th measure. Nancy, I don't think I've done the G7 yet on that measure. I just play through it as a G chord and don't worry about it. It does sound better if you get the G7, but when I have just been rolling through it as if it's not even there. So, yeah, it does give you an extra special little oomph there when you play it. But I notice I have been having a real tendency to ignore it, and I think that's probably fine. If you feel like, you know what, I'm going to conquer that G7, I am going to make it happen. The biggest challenge is, you're busy playing your G chord, you're all happy as a clam, and then a G7 shows up, and you've got to pull everybody off. You have to refinger all this stuff. It's actually relatively unpleasant to finger. And it is better. Yeah, it definitely sounds better when you get there. But if you're just else to play a G and just go on with it, you can always replace a 7th chord with the major chord. It doesn't necessarily sound as good. It doesn't give you the same sense of drama, but you will get away with it every single time. 7th chords can always be replaced by the major chord. Now, you cannot always replace the major chord with the 7th, so don't think that's what I'm saying. But if you come up and you see a 7th chord and you're like, oh, I hate that 7th chord, I'm just going to play a regular chord, you'll get away with it. You really will. The 7th chords there create a tension and drama, which is nice to resolve, and they usually sound really cool when they happen. Like in Moon River, when we get to measure 10 and we drop this B7 in there, I mean, it's perfect. It's absolutely fabulous. But could I put a B chord there? Yeah. No, it wouldn't be as good, but it would work. Don't lose sleep over that, Nancy. I think I did that exact same thing every single time. One time I got it. All right. Okay. All right. Moon River. I want to play through it as written, top to bottom. You pick your style of play. If you're a chord player and a singer, just belt it out. If you are a melody player, try to be with me. My tempo will vary because it's a pretty hard song, and if you are a tough uke player, tough axe player, you know who you are. Okay, let's see if how much let's finish the week strong. Right, one last time through. We're gonna be playing this a couple more weeks anyway, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Phew. Feel like I am ready to be finished for the week. How about you? I always feel like I'm holding on for dear life. Like, I really want this song to go well. It is really pretty. All right. Let's see. Practice drill where you put a chord on, take off multiple times. Oh yeah, yeah. Arlo's suggestion, right? Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. Or whatever the previous chord is, go to the next chord. Previous chord, next chord. Previous chord, next chord. Actually, a very helpful exercise. Great idea, Arlo. Great idea. Evelyn, have a wonderful weekend, Evelyn. Good to see you. Thank you for all your participation. Keep Ecuador strong. We'll see you next week. Be good this weekend. Feeling good? Feeling good? Nancy, sounds like a good idea. Yep. Thanks, Arlo. Arlo. Airlock. Thanks, Airlock. I'm going to call Arlo Airlock from now on. All right, guys. That's a lot of music, you guys, this week, and I hope that you're becoming you're happy with what you got done for the week. Next week, let me just very briefly mention we have what do we have coming up next week? Next week, sheet music. Next week, another week of Moon River. Obviously, we're going to keep that one. That's sounding beautiful, and I think it's fun to play. Next week, we go dig back in. We start book 1 again, and we start that book a lot. Brother John, very down basic stuff. So if you know somebody who wants to learn to play fingerstyle guitar or just get started back into guitar, we start level 1 again this week. And then your next song will be Buffalo Gals. It's a super fun song. Buffalo Gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. So we'll do that. Looks like I've got a Carnival of Venice is scheduled the week after that. I don't think I've ever played that on guitar, so we'll probably plug that in. So Buffalo Gals next week, which is another one, and then Andante by Carulli. It's only it's only 8 measures, but boy oh boy, it's going to take you down. So Andante by Carulli, one of the great classical guitar pieces of all time, and you'll be able to play it. It's really really nice. So we'll work on that next week, and you'll have some really solid music under your belt. And that's what I know. And no Thursday night next week. Yes, Elizabeth, I have my condo association board meeting next Thursday. So no Thursday night next week. So we actually have 2 full weeks of Moon River coming up. Okay. And which is fine, which is nice. It's okay to spend some time on that song. Yep, no Thursday night. Sorry, I thought it was Elizabeth said that. Vic, no Thursday night this week. Nancy, can't wait. Thank you. You're welcome. Arlo, have a great weekend, everybody. Keep playing guitar. It's a good instrument. It's going to take you 27 years, 1 hour a day, and you will have mastered it. Okay, that's how to think about it. 27 years, 1 hour every single day. You don't miss a day. You'll master the guitar. Or just work on it as you have opportunity and enjoy the journey. So have a wonderful weekend, you guys. I'm pulling the plug. That's enough of way more than enough of me. And you guys be good.